Let's check in on shares of Boeing. They are under pressure after a serious safety issue on Friday. A door-shaped panel ripped out from mid-air in an Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9 airplane. It resulted in the plane having to land, luckily within 30 minutes of discovering this issue. Obviously, oxygen masks were deployed. Miraculously, no one was injured, and many are chalking that up to just the seats. There was nobody in that row, thankfully, but certainly that whoosh of air that left the cabin was so severe that there were reports of someone's shirt being literally ripped off of them and flying out of that door. As I said, they landed safely. And as a result, regulators are probing the issue. 171 Boeing aircrafts are grounded. Our next guest has got a buy rating on Boeing. Let's bring in Bert Subin, who's an analyst with Stifel covering Boeing. Thankfully, this was not worse. Just as an analyst who has to look at what does this mean for the stock, what's your framework? How are you thinking about this?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on. And like you mentioned, I think it's pretty incredible that no one was sitting in either 26A or B, just given we had over 170 passengers on that aircraft. So it was essentially almost entirely full. I think as we go forward, the way we've been looking at Boeing, and part of our buy rating has been, we're in this mid-cycle dynamic, which tends to be characterized by production starting to normalize after coming off of severe supply chain challenges, and ultimately orders stabilizing and remaining pretty strong. I think what this calls into question is, does this have an impact on demand for the MAX going forward? Right now, we think it does not have an impact on production. If you were to look at the order book, only about 1.7% of the order book is for the MAX 9. And I think that's significant because as you think about the MAX 8, that's the real major heart of thinking about, what we're going to see in terms of production improvement. So I think that story is still on track. I think the headline risk is negative. But the stock reaction today would seem a little excessive based on what we think is going to be relatively minimal impact to earnings as we think about the next 2 years.
What do you want to see from the new chief executive who's is it 5 days into the job and has had to materially reprioritize what his initiatives are going to be?
Yeah, I mean, I think that certainly we have this expectation that Calhoun is going to be replaced by, the newly named COO, Stephanie Pope. And so, as we think about the setup right now, I think they've done a lot of positive things over the last, couple of years to sort of rewrite the ship. And clearly their main fuselage provider, the Spirit Aerosystems, has had some challenges on the quality front. And that has blowback on Boeing because that's their supplier network and they're responsible for the quality of the airplane. So I think this is certainly a setback. But, I think as long as the focus remains on sort of where production's going, the fact that supply chain issues are easing, and the fact that, certainly going to be more focus on, obviously a lot of focus on safety going forward, I think there's still the potential for that, for that story to start looking good, once we get past some of the near-term headline risk.
When you look at the stock on a longer-term basis, obviously there is still that haunting legacy of the deadly crashes of the MAX 737. They went on to move past that. The stock hit an all-time high. Though since the pandemic and the sell-off there, it's really failed to recover to kind of reclaim those levels. What's kind of that persistent lid on the stock right now?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you looked at the longer term chart, right, I mean, it was just like vertical in a period there in, 2017 to 19, where, the stock had traded, $100 to $200 range, even below that, going back further, and obviously went up to over $440, I believe, early 2019. And as you think about, what's changed since then, clearly Boeing has had to take on debt, where they used to have a much more pristine balance sheet. They've cut the dividend. They haven't been repurchasing shares. And their defense business has had some challenges. And so it's not just been one thing. I think as we think forward, the BCA business, which is, the producer of aircraft, for commercial customers, that's going to be, over time, demand's going to remain strong there. The reality is there's two core aircraft producers in the world, and Airbus certainly can't produce everything. And so there's going to be this position where Boeing, I think, is going to have long-term strong demand on the BCA side. Boeing Defense, should get better over time, and the Boeing Global Services business, which does a lot of services and aftermarket on the aftermarket side of things, has gotten a lot better from that time. So I think there's still a case down the road for the stock to regain those levels. But it's going to take time. They're going to have to prove that they can produce aircraft at the rates that they were producing at, and they're going to have to prove that they can get back to free cash flow numbers that resemble that. And I think people were getting more optimistic, and this maybe temporarily derail some of that optimism.